Kyle Geeson, Fight Talk Radio here with Matt the Terra Serra. First off, Matt, how's the missus and how's the new baby doing?
They're doing great. Actually, now we're 5 weeks out. I'm fighting on May 23rd versus Matt Hughes in Vegas. So the missus, she took my baby, and they're over at the in-laws. No marital problems. It's just so I can focus on the fight. So.
Before we get to your fight, you're obviously here tonight to help corner some guys in your training camp. One of them being Chris Weidman. Really just dominated tonight. Another domination victory. What were your thoughts on his fight? I mean, I thought he was a wrestler.
Yeah, it's funny, and it's funny too because his hand was a little jacked before the fight. His right hand was a little hurt, but he's telling Ray Longo, who he's working with, a ton with the stand-up, and he's telling him he wants to show off his new striking and he wants to work his striking. And I'm telling him, I go, yo, Chris, man, if your hand's hurt, just take the guy down and smoke him. The guy's, he's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, but he's such, I never met a quicker learner in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He just takes to the ground because he's how many time All-American and his credentials in wrestling. He's such a technical wrestler. He's so strong and flexible, and he just takes to the jiu-jitsu like a fish to water. And I'm just like, dude, you're tapping out brown belts and black belts. I go in there and just take them down and smoke them, man. What do you, work your stand-up another time, man. Work it in the gym. But he wanted to work it, and I can't really complain with the result because he beat the crap out of the guy.
Now, you've seen it all in this sport. You've been at the top. What is the potential for Chris Weidman?
I think you'll definitely be seeing, make sure you archive this. I believe you'll be for sure seeing Chris Weidman sooner or later in the UFC. He's a young dude, and he's a competitor. Some guys are just natural competitors, and that guy, Longo even said it, he'll find a way to beat you, He's a beast on the floor, and as you saw tonight, his stand-up, his game, and he's thinking out there, and he's new to the game. So this is him on his second fight. Picture, 10 more fights from now.
In the entire sport in general, we're seeing a lot of college wrestlers come into the sport. We're seeing more and more. Your academy is right near Hofstra University, who's really turned into one of the elite wrestling programs in the country. Are you seeing more and more wrestlers coming into your gym? And I mean, would you like that more? Would you like a nice Hofstra wrestling base to be a part of the Serra Longo camp?
I mean, it's, they're coming to us, and that's the right thing. I mean, we brought guys up with a lot less talent than some of these Hofstra wrestlers, and we brought guys with less talent all the way and became world-class fighters. A guy like Luke Cuomo, who's a kick-ass nerd, and literally, I mean, that guy will kick somebody's ass, and if you look at him, you wouldn't think you give the guy a wet willy and take his lunch money. But that guy came, to myself and Longo, and look how far he's come. Pete Dragosel, we've taken guys, from, limited skills or just from just with no prior background and really much, and brought them all the way to the top, the big show, and guys made, do very well for themselves with us. So these guys that have a solid base like Chris with the wrestling, now he's working the striking with Longo. He's at my school rolling with, all the guys at my academies and learning the BJJ under me and my brother. I mean, the sky's the limit, man. I mean, I think he could be a champion one day, Chris Weidman.
Another Hofstra All-American and part of this card. Have you seen John Vellante work out at all? I mean, I saw you give it, congratulations after the fight.
John's a great guy. I believe he's with the Belmore Kickboxing Academy, John, and he trains though sometimes at Longo's. He spars at least with Chris. He's friends with Chris, and he's a great guy. And I'm not really too much involved with his training, but I've seen him sparring and stuff. And he's just a nice guy, and you always want the nice guys to do well. And he looked great tonight.
Now, another guy on your camp that was part of the card, Ally Quinta. There's a draw tonight, a big controversial because really nobody quite knew that he actually had the point taken away.
He won the fight. I mean, technically he won the fight. He won the last 2 rounds. The first round he even told me he felt, and it happens sometimes in sparring. Sometimes you don't feel like you're in it until maybe you get hit a couple of times or you have to just wake up a little. Second 2 rounds he woke up and he won those last 2 rounds. He deserved to win that fight. There was not one time where he grabbed the fence or he would have been taken down. There wasn't like that. He was up against the fence. He had his hand up against the fence. The referee warned him, and then told him, look, you do it again, I'll take a point away. He never did it again. He said, oh, he never did it again. Between rounds, I thought he was going to tell us, look, if he does it again, he just came to us and he goes, look, I took a point away. Because it's like, hey, man, that's not right. I think the ref really screwed up on that, and I think he got screwed.
Now, coming up for you personally, the rivalry is finally going to clash. You and Matt Hughes in May, UFC 98. Are you happy that you guys are finally going to get a chance to get in the cage and lock it up?
Man, I'm really just looking forward to this fight, man. I mean, all the hard work is in. I got 5 weeks to go, and I'm already in phenomenal shape. I'm sparring hard. I feel like I can fight tomorrow, and it's been a long time coming, man. And I'm putting everything into this fight. I'm really, really looking forward to this fight.
Now, you guys have obviously had a lot of personal animosity. It's been a while since obviously you guys were coaches on The Ultimate Fighter. Has the animosity kind of died down with you a little bit, or is it still kind of there, just kind of waiting to be brought back up?
It's funny. It's just really, it comes down to just who we are, you know. I mean, I just don't like. I don't think he's a good guy. I really don't. I think he's a horrible person. I think he just hides behind his religion. He's just like, you know, it's so funny, man. He's such a hypocrite. You know, he says that, you know, his kids can't watch TV if I'm on or this and that because I cuss once in a while. Meanwhile, I'm sure if Uncle Dana's on, they're asking if you want to be an effing fighter. Did the kids watch Uncle Dana on TV? What happens there? Huh? You know, I mean, give me a break, dude. Don't give me that whole high and mighty routine. You know what I mean? You won a lot of fights. You made a nice name for yourself. You're going to be a future Hall of Famer. Why do you let that get into your head and just be a stuck-up idiot? Unless you always were that person, it just came out, you know. But it's two different people, man. I don't walk around like he does. I don't. And if I had what he's had, if I won as many or defended this that many times, I guarantee you I still wouldn't. The guy just became not a humble guy, and I think the guy's an ass. I just don't like the guy.
All right, and obviously then after the fight, coming in afterwards, where do you see yourself going afterwards? I mean, where, for example, beginning in 2010, where do you see Matt Serra being?
Man, you know, I don't look, especially to 2010, and I don't even look past May, you know. I mean, no matter where I'll be fine, you know. I'm fighting, I'm not fighting. I could be fighting for another 10 years. I could be fighting for another 10 months. I mean, I'm not looking past my next fight because I don't think that's good luck, man. You know, I just never was like that, you know. I mean, I got 2 successful schools. I do seminars. I got an awesome family. I'm smart with my money. I'm always going to be fine, you know what I mean? Whether as far as if you're asking how many fights do I have left, man, you know, I'm 34. I feel great, you know. I'm going to take care of this fight, and we'll see what's next. You know, I don't like looking past the next fight and start planning 5 fights ahead, you know. I'm a veteran in the game, you know. As long as I still have a desire to fight, I'll fight. You know, I enjoy it. I'm not starving. I don't need to do it because of any other reason, for fame, for this, for that. I don't need any of that, man. You know what I mean? I enjoy fighting, man. It's like a little kid that's, you know, did Little League and now he gets to play for the Yankees. Why not? You know what I mean? I love to fight, you know, and I'm fortunate enough to be in a position where I get to do a couple things I love. You know, I get to teach for a living, all walks of life, not just fighters, all walks of life. And I get to fight in the big show, man. So, not to mention we got a video game and a couple action figures coming out, so it doesn't suck, does it? You know?
And finally, Matt, you're without a doubt the most recognizable mixed martial arts fighter on Long Island. You have a big fan base within the Hofstra community. You have anything to say to your fans within Long Island, within Hofstra?
No, hey, man, you know, anybody wants to come down and visit my schools, go ahead. I'm not just doing that for business. I'm doing that to come down and say hello. And everybody in all the fans everywhere, especially Long Island, though, I get nothing but love in Long Island, you know. And that's why I shout out Long Island on the Ultimate Fighter 4 and when I won the title. And I appreciate everybody having my back. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Matt.
Thanks, man.